these men, they're just weak in some way, really. But you cannot take the weakness part of. But I think this is something that we should adapt, where I feel like a man being left behind with a kid for some time, it's not
situation. Bonjour, our great viewers and our great supporters. You're back again with a new banger, that is Chat at Podcast _24M. I am Pretty and I'm joined with my co-host, that is
I'm Doki.
I'm Judy.
So today we are currently having a new intro. That is, we are going to give the different character traits, what we love about us, and what we actually value about us being together as a great team and support. Let me start maybe with our co-host, Doki.
I'll say that I'll say a character trait of Judy. She's kind and she doesn't know how to say no. Yeah.
And I love Pretty. Pretty, she's supportive, very supportive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I'd say the last character trait of Doki. She keeps us moving. She keeps us the reason to come to the studio.
Yeah.
She gives us that motivation that we also have to keep on going and moving regardless of the anything that may come, the limitations and whatsoever. So actually, let me actually introduce you to our guest. You're currently hosting a great man. He's a great friend of ours. And let me just give him a chance to introduce himself, because if I say more, he say less.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Sylvester Okeyo. I'm a student at the Michuki National Polytechnic. Feel welcome.
Welcome, Okeyo.
We are happy to actually host Okeyo because you actually complained of us having to maybe talk about women more than we talk about men. So he is also our second representative of the men, or the father figures, I'd say. By the way, before I forget, I say happy late Father's Day to all the fathers in the world. Happy Men's Mental July or June. Yeah. So actually today we're having a great topic. It has been happening. It has been said everywhere that rape is something that has been actually disturbing so many people, and no one has an explanation to this. No one fights for the victims of rape. No one is talking about this. If you go to the healthcare centers, wewe mwenyewe utakuwa accused, uambiwe mbona wewe ulikuwa huko. So okay, it's rape. First of all, sorry to many to maybe a viewer that is joining us and you've experienced this situation. If this is going to bring a disturbance to you, actually you can just mute and you can join us later when we are talking about something else that is going to favor you. Sorry if you maybe undergone through this situation and no one actually supported you, no one gave you a voice, no one actually stood with you. So let me start with our guest, because we usually like starting with the man in the house because he is the odd one out. Yes, Sylvester, what do you have to say about rape?
Thank you very much. First of all, we have to know the meaning of the word rape. In a simple definition, rape is a forced sex. And it affects both genders. It can affect the female. There is a rape between female to female. It can be male to male, or it can be of the opposite sex. So, and again, rape actually it affects different ages, age of people. The elderly, the younger one, or even the teenagers. So it's something that is actually being fought in our country, and the government is actually trying to put the necessary tools to try to avoid the situations that are actually affecting the society through rape cases.
Okay, thank you so much. He has actually said a very important point, that rape can not be only of people of different genders, but it can also come through the people of same gender. So actually, I'd also like to talk about sodomy, not only rape but also sodomy. Doki, what do you have to say about these cases that have been raising about men being sodomized, and no one is like, you are a man, how can you get raped?
I've witnessed in a case where a kid was sodomized, and it's so disheartening because, you know, after you being the victim, there's a lot of I don't want to say like consequences, but there's those health like issues that comes after you're sodomized. And he was like, I think he was 5-year-old kid. And what you could ask yourself, or the questions that were running in my mind were, what was the person behind this thinking? Why leave a kid live all their life? Because when they go to school, they are being discriminated. Because one of the health issues that comes up with sodomy is where you remove some waste, even when you don't want to. And it's not controllable. So the kid goes to school, and he has that awful smell, and the kid has nothing to do with what happened to him. So it feels so disheartening when such a scenario case has happened, even to the female to the female that are victims, that maybe they were raped. It is not because this one is a forced, like he discussed it. It is something that you're forced into. It is not something that you're willing to. So it's so disheartening. I don't know if it's a bad spirit that comes up with the person doing the act, because it's so disheartening. Yeah.
Okay, Judy, actually I know by at this age you may be dating, you're having a man in your life. Let's say your boyfriend comes to you and tells you, some man has sodomized me. What are you going to do, or how are you going to cope with this situation? Because remember, this is your boyfriend, a man that you believe should be a man in the house, and he comes complaining to you that, Manze, there's a man that has done this and this to me. What are you going to do?
Well, this part is very tricky since it's traumatizing to him and also me. So unaweza mpeleka like in guidance and counseling, and you umtie moyo.
So let me ask you, Sylvester, can you maybe believe a story where a man has been raped? Your friend comes to you, your brother comes to you, your father comes to you, tells you that the same situation that I've asked Judy, how are you going to? Because you're a man comes to you and tells you that, Sylvester Manze, nimesodomiziwa, and
first of all, it's actually a hard situation when such a issue is brought to you. So number one, you have to act very gentle. Because such information, maybe if you share it to the public, it will have a negative repercussion to the person maybe who has been sodomized. So number one, lazima you act very gentle. Then you see how you tackle the situation. You can consult through the guidance and counseling team. But before even consulting the guidance and counseling team, try to engage the person that has brought the information to you. How you should go through that situation. Yes.
He also talked about guidance and counseling. We have social health workers. These are the same people that are bringing more traumatizing events to these people or individuals that have experienced this situation. Look, what can you say about these health workers? You go to a person, tell this person that I've been raped, and the person anakupatia yani trauma mingi kushinda ile experience with your rapist.
I think as a country we have failed to look this in a more serious manner, maybe. And it's something that sometimes it is taken for in a serious manner for the first days, and then it is abandoned. Because even if we have those social workers and we don't know, we need to be very crucial on how these people handle the victims, because when a man comes to you and tells you, it's a tricky case because it's so weird that a man is being raped. But can we as a country and as a government in that put a lot of more seriousness in this, because we need to all understand that this can happen, and it can really happen to those people. Secondly, when you talk about you can talk about the social workers and whatever, but we have seen cases where people have been raped and their cases went under the waters. Like, really? Because I know that the act that is being done, we have a country where it's all about money. So if it is a kid that has been raped and then you go to the court and nobody, like if the person who did the act has a lot of money more than you, they'll bribe and the case will go under the water. But the pain that was left with that family, it's a pain that will forever be there. And afterwards you will see this person walking freely in the country. Yeah.
Actually, this thing has become a normality.
Yeah.
Not only in Kenya, but worldwide.
Yeah.
You can find a situation where I had a story before that a father has been raping the daughter for more than 7 years, and he went escort free just because the father has had money. And you know, this girl, actually, I'd say this to parents, actually give sexual education to your children.
Exactly.
Because the girl was being raped by the father, and she was like, actually talking to that psychiatrist, she was saying, I felt that my father was doing a normal thing to me because I do not understand. I thought that this is what a father should do to the daughter. You know, she doesn't even understand. The father has been sleeping with her since she was 5 years, and now 7 years down the line, she doesn't even understand. Jua, this is a normal thing. My father should do this to me, and an uncle should also do this to a niece. So she doesn't know. Not until the father impregnated her. The girl was from South Africa, if I can't remember well. The father impregnated her, and now she has to tell the mother that, Mom, the mother comes to school and he's like, how can you be pregnant and all along you haven't even been exposed to boys, you haven't been exposed to any man? And she's like, Mom, the only penis that I know is my father's penis. You as a mother, your daughter telling you this, and you trusted your husband telling yourself that my daughter is safe in her father's hand. And the daughter is like, Mom, the only penis that I know of is my dad's penis.
Yeah, so painful.
And that's where we tend to maybe sleep on the men. You know, it is, if we look at statistics, the cases of sodomy and the cases of girls being raped, the girls being raped is way more.
Yeah.
Because in the past month, that is the month of May, we had also a similar case in Kenya where a dad has been raping the 3 daughters for 4 consecutive years. And then after one of the daughters get pregnant, like the dad gives her some abortion pills, and the daughter was forced. So the question was, where was the mother? And again, the dad was constantly telling the daughter that even if you go and tell your mom, she's not going to
believe you. Yeah,
she's not going to believe in you. She's going to do nothing about it because she loves you.
And you're going to be the worst daughter of your mom.
So we have Okeo here. So the weight is on you men, because we are saying that in raping the girl, I think the men are doing it more when you consider. Especially, it's more disheartening when it comes to be a man who is your father, the person you could really have trusted more.
Thank you. I would rather say that according to the situation that you actually talked about, the father raping the daughter. I think even the daughter should also act very fast when it comes to such situation.
Okay, before I completed this story, I'd said that the girl knew, you know, you are young. Since umekuwa 5 years, now you are 7 plus 5 is 12 years.
Yeah.
Umejua this is normal, my dad should be doing this to me.
Yeah.
Ujui. You don't have any mother figure in your presence. Unajua, my dad is sleeping with me. Maybe it's his right to be sleeping with me. Anajua hivyo, mentality yake inasema my dad should be doing this to me. Unaona kisa scenario kama hiyo. Yeah, ajui it's wrong. Hata ajui nani anaweza enda kwa pressure mwambie dad has been doing this and this to me.
I think we should. I'll rather I will blame both sides. Even though the daughter has not attained that age, that actually she knew about the bad and the good. But 12 years, I think that person is
A teenager.
Is a teenager, and maybe she's in class 8 or approaching from
Around class 6, 7.
Class 6 or 7.
Yeah.
That's I think is somebody who is reasoning. And when she's being forced by by dad in the absence of her mom, she should even report to the neighbor. Maybe dad was doing this. So such things should both the parent, the dad himself. I think it should be the action that should be taken against him. It should be serious one. But again, we should do it in the other way around.
Okay, she actually said, I'm going to give you that chance to speak.
Okay.
She actually said her dad and her mom broke up. Her mom took her to her dad. Yeah, like the dad actually alimpeleka kwa baba.
Most of the cases, but I believe that.
She says that the first day her father slept with her, ilikuwa they were just in the bed lying. The dad tells her, come and sleep juu yangu, si ndio? And the moment she realized the dad was only alikuwa ashamuingia, yani niseme hivyo, yani yeye amelala juu yake kijua I'm playing with my dad. Babake ashamuingia. Asha does na yeye akamuosha vizuri tu kutoa hiyo evidence. So now umelalwa and umeoshwa, unajua ni normal, unaona you are a kid.
But as a point, pretty I would agree with her that and blame the genders, but I totally don't agree on blaming the daughter, but I can blame the mother figure in the house because there's some way. We start with the way you leave your daughter with your father, because the case that I was talking about, the mother was going to sleep for hours and leaving the kid with the father, and they're saying that they are watching a movie, you know. So is it we can blame the negligence of the mother at this point?
Yes.
Because this is the question, 4 consecutive years the father has been doing this thing, and you as the mother, you were not aware of it, really?
Okay, remember, your father is rich. He has all the obligations over you. He can take your custody. Your mom lives in Kisumu. You and your dad live in Nairobi. You don't have any phone. You don't have any contact with your mom. So the girl used to live with the stepmother, the dad's second wife. So she said that this thing began when the dad broke up with her, his stepmother. Akaenda akawacha sasa kwa nyumba the girl and the father.
Exactly.
Unaona hivyo sasa ndio it happened. The stepmother went home because amechapwa kwa nyumba ndio amefanywa everything. So actually alikuwa anasema maybe it was depression, but I cannot say it's depression. Alijua ni hivyo. The mom mpaka anasema I regret even my stepmother going, even with the fact that we did not have that good relationship, but she was a protective figure.
I think it's so bad, but in our culture we believe that even if there is that breakup between your mother and dad, and your mother maybe moves away and you're left, you as a daughter, you're left with your dad, many of the times the mother of the father takes you. Takes you. There's no way in our culture that it is believed you as a girl can sleep for around 1 week with your father with the absence of your mother in the house. That is what we believe, because we believe these men, they're just weak in some way, really. But you cannot take the weakness part of. But I think this is something that we should adapt, where I feel like a man being left behind with a kid for some time, it's not so good, because we have to also be very cautious about the generation we are coming up with, where the daughters are now becoming more comfortable with their dad around.
Exactly.
And sometimes we can blame, sometimes we can take a look at how you dress, because I grew up knowing there is a dress that I cannot wear in front of my dad. I grew up knowing that I cannot walk with my towel at this point when my dad is around, and that is how I know, and that is how even my siblings, my sisters know about it. And we are coming up into a generation where they feel like, no, he's the dad, so what? I believe that some of these norms and some of these behaviors we need to carry along, even as we go into in the modern generation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think we can also say that the mood of dressing has really changed a lot.
Exactly.
If you view the to say, let's talk of the 20th century.
Yeah.
The mode of dressing and the 21st,
Yeah.
it's quite different. And nowadays you just get that the daughter, her attire, even when she's walking around the dad, wherever in the room, it's not giving. So this thing, I think we should, we as a parents, they should also check on that, how their children, how their kids are actually dressing when they are at home, or even when they are leaving home, going to attend other businesses.
Yeah.
That's why I say even the mothers, they play a big role.
Yeah.
Because you can't say, my mother anavaa miniskirt, you expect me to wear a long dress. How? So even your mother should even wear well.
Yeah, playing a big part
big
of it. I was seeing another video where I don't know, but it didn't seem right to me. Really, are we growing in an environment where I can really kiss my dad, like lip kissing, and that is where in the modern generation they are calling it, you are telling your dad bye. And
Actually, that's a sign of showing him you love him.
You love him, really?
So parents themselves are also failing their kids.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are feeling it.
They're failing their kids. Let's leave alone this home raping or tune kwa street raping, and we're going to talk about men. In Kenya, in Mombasa, men are being raped. In South Africa, I heard a story of a man who was raped, and he was gang raped by 6 men.
That's mad. That's a crime.
His anus, gang raped by 6 good men. One comes on top of you, he finishes. The other one comes on top of you, he finishes. And you know, being gang raped is something that is so weird. That ujui hadi who raped you.
Yeah.
So kumbuke, this is a man that is being raped. Repercussions za kukua raped in your anus. What are some of these repercussions?
One of it that I thought is when you're being raped in the anus, it is ruining you in health issues. That is why I say that there's some waste will come out. And that one I've witnessed really. Our waste that will be very smelling bad, I say. But you know, the victim was not at fault at that particular time, and that is where we need like a serious government, and we need to look this case in a serious manner. But we can say that also men have to come up and say that's a thing that you have to say it, even if it's so embarrassing that you saying you're being raped. Come up and say you don't care. Let's live in an environment where you say you don't care what people are going to say. Yeah. And
you also have to be wary of these people pretending that are kind to us.
Yeah.
Because you say that actually I grabbed something from whatever you said. This man from South Africa was saying that he was a street boy at the age of 16.
Yeah.
And a man came to him and told him that I'm going to help you, I'm going to shelter you, you are going to be living with me in my home. This was an old man, like he was saying that this is a man that I could call grandpa, not even father. So the guy goes to this man's home. Actually, the man came himself to pick him from the streets. So wamefika pale, they went to an abandoned whatever territory, an abandoned house. So ameingia pale, the man is like, are you the same man that told me that you're going to help me? Because this is not even a condition that is less compared to the streets where I came from. The man tells him that you are not here for being sheltered or nini, you are here to do something else. Before he realizes, everything has already, and they're already on him. Unaona sasa? These are the people that are pretending to be generous to you, but in the real sense, wamevalia ngozi ya kondama tuite aje.
Hata hapo tunaweza sema concerning the man-to-man rape. So if you look in our streets, many youths are jobless, and this can also be a trap to many of youths in the streets. A fellow gent can just come to you that is going to offer you a job. That's a trap that you can actually use to grab that opportunity of
sleeping with you.
Sleeping with you.
Exactly. Rape case, it's actually man to man. It's very traumatizing. Very traumatizing.
Yes.
You can't. That's something you will live in your life. Just remembering what actually happened. The organs that are on the human recreation, they are very delicate, and when somebody actually forcibly penetrates them, it will interfere with their normal functioning. So ile uchungu mtu atakuwa anapitia, it's not actually
a small pain. It's a big pain.
Yeah. So we just need to be keen even when you are walking in the street. You as a man, you have to be very keen.
Okay, but what is wrong with the men? Because you can say about maybe lack of jobs, but there is a big issue maybe with you as a man. One of the factors maybe I can rely on is lust. Some of these men out here have failed to control their lust,
their anger,
their lust, everything,
Not
hunger, what they want when they see somebody, and they really, because tell me a man raping a cow, really?
Yes, by that I saw that story.
You saw that story?
Yes.
A man raping a cow.
I don't know. It depends. It depends. People have different feelings. There is that one person, yani hile mahanja mikimshika, he can't control himself. So this is what will actually lead to doing the weird thing. You rape your fellow sex. You go raping animals, or you forcefully even rape a kid.
But I'd say that this thing actually lies wholly on men. Have you ever had any place that a woman has raped a man?
Yes.
On rare occasions.
On rare occasions.
Even if it's rare, this situation they do occur in both genders, and mostly it's happened to the women who call themselves the single man. I'm a single man. Feelings don't know that. Never knew that you are a single man. When it comes, it comes. And this so-called single mom, you'll get them. They forcefully sleep with the younger kids, even the kid of below 10 years. They forcefully sleep with them. So it's both nini. Even though it's rampant in the men's side, it's also in the ladies.
In the ladies.
Okay,
Yes.
as I can see, time is actually not on our side, but before we conclude, I have actually remembered a very, very painful story where a lady was also gang raped with 6 men, and she was pregnant. Imagine, she was pregnant and she's like, I am pregnant. How can you rape me that I'm pregnant? The men are like, kwanza we like these pregnant ladies. Pregnant ladies are the sweetest. You know, men also.
It's very weird. Yeah. Kwanza seme if you are 6 men, you want to sleep with one lady.
Can you say that this is a form of cult or anything? Because how can you be comfortable going mtu anaingia mwingine unatoka, the other man comes and are you comfortable with that?
Even when you get that feeling from mtu ameingia,
it's demonic.
It's demonic, and in that situation again, that's where you will attract many diseases. So people must be very keen about this thing.
Okay, Judy, can you say that a girl can be raped by his boyfriend? Unaweza deal aje na scenario yenyewe mtu amekuja akakwambia boyfriend yangu ameni-rape? Are you going to believe this lady?
No.
Why?
How can you be raped by your own boyfriend?
Doki, can you believe this story?
I can't, because if you're terming it, what is the word boyfriend? That is why we come. What are you terming it as a boyfriend? Had you been intimate with this guy before? If you hadn't been intimate with this guy before, then don't come and tell me that. But kama you are dating and you had not come into that point until you intimate, I can believe you. But if you are intimate,
but according to what you are talking about, rape is forced sex.
Yeah. But first of all, you went over to the house. Okay.
What if she is genuine? Unajua, people do say that. Unajua, when you come to a position where you want to rape a young girl, you want to rape your sister, what you say about that? Something overcame me.
Yeah.
What if this thing overcame your boyfriend?
Demonic spirit.
And he actually raped you.
Yeah.
And the people are not going to believe that you actually raped your boyfriend. Everyone will be like, ulijipata je kwa nyumba yake?
I don't know that.
Let me interrupt. Doki, maybe I'll agree that I'll agree with that statement that a boy can rape
A girlfriend,
or a husband raping
the wife.
the wife.
Yes.
From the term definition, rape is a forced sex.
Yes.
The moment I'll have sex with you, I'm your boyfriend, and you are not in that mood, that's a rape.
Yes.
Even there's this scenario. A player of Manchester United nowadays is not playing for Man U, anaitwa Greenwood. Actually, the player was sued in court of raping
The girlfriend.
not girlfriend, wife.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So these cases are there.
They are there. Actually, they are there. Mimi, I would support this lady that says that he was raped by the boyfriend. Jukumbuke, you can be intimate. Alafu ifike time yenye mtu anataka kupenetrate kwako, you're not in the mood. Ukatae. Umwambie mimi lie no. Yes, ndio. So you have to believe anybody that comes to you and crying, anakuja kwako crying that I am a victim of rape.
But that's why I key in the fact that if somebody loves you, they won't go into that extent.
Yes.
If you're dating a person, okay, or you've said you're dating, can you really do that to your girlfriend? And because if you're dating, you love them. Can you do that?
I can't.
Thank you.
So
the key factor is you love them. Come on, if that person did that to you, they didn't love you.
Yeah.
They really didn't love you. Even in cases where a man will beat you up, they didn't love you.
You are dating a boy and not a man.
They didn't love. They didn't.
You are dating a boy and not a man.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Actually, to all victims of rape, so sorry. You had to go through this situation, and no one had to believe that you actually went through this situation. I feel free to actually talk to someone, because rape can lead to suicidal thoughts. Rape can lead to prostitution. You're going to be a prostitute because you actually explained yourself to a person and told this person that I was raped, and this person is not believing you. Unakuwa depressed and then decides to move to prostitution because acha nikulwe kwa sababu nilishakulwa na kuna mtu aliniamini. So find someone, talk to this person. This person should be a trusted person, not just anybody. So
we also call to the government, like if anybody is being accused of rape, let that case be taken very seriously.
Hata hafai kupatiwa any death sentence.
There's no
5-year imprisonment.
Because they'll continue doing that.
In the name of I was overcome by your spirit. Don't you know how to control yourself? Of course you know. So this is a clarion call to everyone, any citizen of the Republic of Kenya, any citizen in the world. Feel free to peana motivation to anybody mwenye ali experience rape. Peana explanation to anybody mwenye ali experience rape na hakuwa na mtu wa kuambia. Because iko painful sana. Also, parents educate your children on sexual education. Even if this kid is young, just explain to him, mtu akikuguza huku, come tell me. Mtu akikufanyia hii, come tell me. Yes. So maybe you give your last views before we conclude.
My last view is that the way she has said it, like we need to educate our kids on sex. We need to let them know that there is parts that nobody, even your father, shouldn't touch you and shouldn't interfere with you.
I'm going to echo on that. That's why I tell the mothers out there, be free with your children, because like you find in a scenario like you are not open with your child, so your kid ataenda apitie hizi vitu na she will not tell you.
I would say let the judiciary do their work.
Yes.
When such cases are brought to them, let them handle them carefully, and they should not favor any
regardless of social status, regardless of what.
Then to the parents, let's educate our children on matters concerning sex and how they should live within the society. Thank you.
So thank you so much, our great viewers, our great supporters. We love you so much. But I'll give my shout outs to specific people. Wonder Grace, thank you so much for being there for us. The Class of Journalism 2024 M, thank you so much. Our able director Alex Nzuki, thank you so much. You have been an inspiration to us and all the commenters in our channels and pages. Thank you so much. We love you and adore you so much. Like, share, subscribe, and feel free to comment, because through your comments you get our topics. Thank you.